since we started finding out what the stars do in their spare time, I've been surprised how many of them pick a hobby that takes them right away from everybody else, so they can relax and be completely on their own. Now, my next guest does just that, but he's a guy who aims to be up there, not only in his work, but in his private life as well. Now, take a look at this. Well, I came down here to meet a star. Not Ginger Rogers, but a guy who's flying in and piloting himself. Now, you might have guessed who it is, and you'll soon know if you were right, because here he comes. Gary, welcome back to Earth.
Thank you.
That was a good landing.
All right, a bit heavy.
Yeah. You flew all that yourself. Incredible. How'd you get into this? The flying?
I've always lived near the airport. It probably comes from that, I suppose.
Yeah?
I've just always been around it.
Fascination in planes?
Yeah, well, any machine, but mainly aeroplanes.
And this one's quite famous, isn't it? This is the Vera Lynn.
Yeah, that was in that Ruskin Air Services airline programme.
Right. And it's got a history. There was a VC, I think, one on this one in
Yeah, not this actual aeroplane, but this is in the colours and is made to represent the aeroplane that Lord was in.
Ah.
He won the VC. All sorts of things happened. It caught fire and...
So it's got a really interesting history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great plane, actually.
So, well, here they've got an incredible collection of famous planes. I mean, every single plane has got a history. I mean, is this your favourite out of all the planes here at Duxford?
Yeah, it is, actually. There's I like Spitfires as well.
Yeah. And you put a lot of hours in on this one?
Not too many yet. No, I'm doing the air show circuit next year, which will be great fun.
Yeah?
I'm looking forward to it very much and hoping to get this on my licence.
Is there quite a contrast from rock music by doing things like this?
Well, it has a similar excitement about it, but you don't get critics for one thing, which is
that's good. Yeah.
That's an advantage.
Do you find? I mean, is it really an escape to find a sort of a release in flying? You know, I mean,
I suppose so. I didn't do it for that reason. I didn't get into it for that reason, but I'm sure it has that effect, and it gives you something that takes your mind completely away from the music business, because this is such a serious subject and such a passion for me that I can completely get out of the music business when I'm doing this.
Well, we almost heard that you'd given up at one time.
I did.
And I thought you just packed it in. The next thing I knew, you were flying around the world.
Yeah, I got out of it for a year and a half, something like 2 years out of the music business, and got into this. And then slowly, as I got older, I suppose, I drifted back into it again.
Yeah.
And I achieved what I wanted to do with the flying. I'd got the licenses I was going for at that time, and I flew around the world. And the round-the-world
trip must have been amazing. Did you...
It's very frightening, yeah. I wouldn't want to do it again, not really.
Did you get to sort of strange places and touch down and wonder how you were going to carry on, you know?
India was the strangest place. The first time I got there, I got arrested because they thought I was a spy. And the second time I was there, the fuel thing, they had this 1930s fuel bowser, and the nozzle blew off the end. And there's this old man about 60 pouring the fuel in, and this hose is snaking around like all over the aircraft, all over me, all in my face. And, yeah, funny old place, India, really. Because
we've both been around the world, I mean, many times. You fly in jet airliners, and it's really comfortable. But this is really different, isn't it? I mean, this is seat of the pants stuff sometimes,
it was
isn't
terrifying, to be honest. Yeah, it's not a thing I'd recommend to anybody to do, really. Very, very frightening. That kind of flying. Those aeroplanes aren't designed for that. They're not designed for like 2,500 miles to Hawaii, across the Pacific. They're not really made for that kind of thing.
How's the Dakota? Does this feel very safe to fly in?
Yeah, very. It's so sturdy, so solid. That's why they're still around.
Yeah.
Most successful aeroplane ever, as far as I know.
So, should we ever go?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. We might as well fly back to TV Centre, leave the Imperial War Museum, and go back and see what's doing in the studio.
Here we go. Mind yourself getting up the stairs.
Okay, great. Shall I go first?
Yeah, please.
Right.